The returning 1990s sitcom Frasier has already enjoyed 2 rebooted seasons on the air thus far, but will the sardonic psychologist return for season 3? The 2023 Frasier series is a direct continuation of the original, which ran from 1993 to 2004, and catches up with Frasier as he moves back to Boston to get closer to his son. Despite the nearly 20-year gap between the original and the reboot, star Kelsey Grammer hasn't missed a beat, and the return of Frasier Crane proved to be an instant hit on Paramount+. Season 2 has upped the ante from the somewhat safe and reserved debut season, and Frasier's sophomore outing features a slew of new faces and returning characters from the classic series. On top of that, Frasier has continued to develop as he not only tries to fit in with his fellow staff members at Harvard, but also balances his love life with his attempts at a relationship with his son, Freddie. Like any sitcom, the possibility of an extended run is never off the table, and the continuing popularity of Frasier means Season 3 could be just around the corner. Frasier Season 3 latest news. Kelsey Grammer shares who he'd like to see in future seasons. Kelsey Grammer as Frasier Crane in the radio booth in Frasier Season 2. Though the sitcom is still awaiting its renewal, the latest news sees Kelsey Grammer discussing who he'd like to see in Frasier's future seasons. With Season 2 featuring the return of characters from the show's past, the chance for more returns has been at the forefront of the minds of viewers as well as those involved with the series. Grammer expressed interest in seeing the Mulvihill wine cellar return, a real-life location that factored into the episode Finding Kirby from Season 9. This means the titular Kirby, played by Brian Klugman, could reprise his role. Showrunner Chris Harris took a more logical approach, and noted that the rebooted series hasn't fully taken advantage of its return to Boston. The Massachusetts capital city was the setting for Cheers, the sitcom that spawned Frasier, and the reboot has only brought back a few characters from the show. Though Frasier's return to the small screen has been nothing short of triumphant, Paramount Plus has yet to renew the series for a 3rd season. This isn't particularly surprising considering the newness of the sophomore outing, and if the pattern holds, a Season 3 renewal could come within a few months of Season 2's conclusion. However, it's also possible that the renewal could come sooner, since Grammer and his co-stars are all more invested after a 2-season run. One of the biggest hurdles for Season 2 was getting everyone to come back, and that obstacle has now been cleared. The cast of Frasier Season 2 grew exponentially from Season 1, but it's unclear how many of those supporting characters will return in Season 3. One guaranteed return is that of Kelsey Grammer as the sardonic and sometimes snooty psychologist, Frasier Crane, and it wouldn't be Frasier without its star. Joining him will certainly be Jack Cutmore-Scott as Freddie, Frasier's adult-aged son who is trying to rebuild his relationship with his father. Since she's become a fixture of the reboot, original series character Roz Doyle, played by Piri Gilpin, will probably return too. Being a sitcom, the ending of Season 2 didn't change too much of the basic Frasier framework, though it did offer a clearer picture of what could happen in Season 3. After successfully reuniting Alan and his daughter at the Christmas party, Frasier got a surprise of his own. After waffling throughout the seasons concerning her relationship with Frasier, Holly finally decided to commit to the sardonic psychiatrist. This opens a new chapter for Frasier, and his own complications with love could continue in Season 3 as he potentially jeopardizes his new love affair. Meanwhile, Freddie finds himself in a bit of a pickle as his ongoing will they won't they with Eve is interrupted by the arrival of Roz's daughter Alice. The attraction between Freddie and Alice is obvious, but it's not clear where that leaves his close bond with Eve. It could be that they decide to remain friends, or Freddie, much like his father, could hatch some harebrained idea that leads to a Frasier Season 3 love triangle.